What y'all got going on? I know here where I'm at, it's raining like crazy. I still was able to take care of the little few runs I had to do because um, they had to be made. But it wasn't nothing necessarily outside that I had to do. It was pretty much just a couple stops I had to make. But if a person got to take care of something today and it was outdoors, this ain't the day. It's been raining most of the day, but I ain't even mad at it because I'm pretty much on chill mode. But yeah, what y'all got going on? We got 2 more days for 2025. I tell y'all, we don't have to wait for 2025 to get in the mindset of what we plan on doing in 2025. The mindset start the moment you know what you need to do. Some people wait for New Year's resolution. That's cool if that's what you want to do. But I always tell people like a lot of that stuff you ain't even got to be waiting on. Like you can start it whenever you decide to start. It's like some people go on health journeys. They wait for a whole new month. They don't necessarily have to wait for a whole new month. That's just them saying they want to wait. But they probably could have started 4 days, later after just having a mindset of wanting to change their body or get healthier. But yeah, we just on here chopping it up as usual. You know, I just wanted to come on here and chop it over my people and see what's going on. Cause I'm not. Every day I get up, like I tell y'all, I'm not just sitting back waiting on handouts. I'm not sitting back waiting on somebody to feed me. I'm not sitting back waiting on somebody to pay me. I'm out getting to it. Rain, sleet, hail, snow. I gotta be a man and stand on 10 toes and get it in. Cause ain't nobody gonna look out for me like me. You best believe that. I think everybody should have that same type of attitude. Nobody. Your kids ain't gonna look out for you like you. Your significant other, not unless you just don't care about yourself, and then somebody else might be looking out. But usually that don't happen. Usually, if you don't care about yourself, ain't nobody else really giving a care. But but pretty much, you should be concerned about you more than anybody. You should be taking care of you more than anybody. But yeah, what y'all got going on? Just let's talk about it. I was actually watching something earlier, and this dude was saying he got laid off after being at a job for 7 years or 15 years. It was one of them. Either way it go is bad. But he said everything was going cool, and the company just he said somebody one of the employees hit him up and was like, hey, did you see did you get the message? Did you get the email? Did you? He was like, no, what's going on? And then he, saw the email and it said something about, yeah, report to so and so on this date and time. And so he went to the meeting or whatever. And they were just going over some stuff. We appreciate y'all, you working with us, being loyal to the company and all this type stuff. Long story short, they let their ass go. They let those people go. Some people have been there longer than him. Some people have been there, 8 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. But these companies don't matter. The company is always going to do what's best for them when it comes to making a decision financially. Like, they had to do what they had to do. They going to win regardless. Because more than likely, they just putting their money where it needed to go. And more than likely, they got other stuff that they got their money invested in. So they going to do what's best for them. They don't have time to be hearing your sob story of, well, what about us? What are we supposed to do? And a guy was saying, who was telling his story, he was like, yeah, when we was in a meeting, the people was like, it was all you can hear is people just taking a deep breaths and like, man, like even saying that, like, man, what? Like, yeah, pretty much everybody just started grunting, y'all. Like, it's real out here. That's why I always say, Don't give nobody all of your energy when it comes to whoever you working for. Because behind the scenes, they not gonna be telling y'all everything. They gonna try this, they gonna try that to try to still make sure that they get their profit margin. Still make sure they in the green. The only reason why I ain't telling workers, because they wanted to keep getting what they wanted to get before they told the workers. So they didn't even value the workers. Once they was secure and they figured, well, it's all good. We got to go ahead and do it now. We got to no, we can't wait. Otherwise, it was all we was always about the company. It's always about these companies, and they let those people go. Those people have families, all types of stuff. And then the guy was saying, they was offering relocating or whatever, like to California. I forget where he stayed in, but where he stayed at was like a lower cost of living. I do remember that part. And he was like, when they was talking about relocating to, giving us the option to relocate, he was like the cost of living was higher, like California. Everybody know California. The cost of living is up there. It's like cost of living being in New York. And I think he mentioned New York too, but I definitely remember him mentioning Cali. But the price is up there. So he was like, and to relocate was gonna be the same wage. So he wasn't gonna get paid more. So I'm like, yeah. So but he was just on it. He's like, yeah, I'm advising everybody, like, y'all gotta have more than one stream of income. Never put all your eggs in one basket, pretty much. Don't put your trust into these companies, because they'll do this and do that, and when it's over with, it's over with. They'll sing that sad song to you, but won't be caring. Yeah, I know we hated I know the company was, and we just, all that type stuff. You ain't got time. Your anxiety is so high at the moment. Your blood pressure is shot up. You got to explain this to your family, and let alone if y'all was already like struggling and trying to elevate, and now this happened. Don't wait for it to happen. Be ahead of the game. That's what I always say. I'm just ahead. I ain't got time to be playing out here. I'm telling y'all, I do not have time to be playing. Nope. Don't have time. Birthday in a few months. The older I get, the more reality set in. The older I get, the more I look at my finance. The older I get, the more stability I should have. So like, even, from the time I wake up, I'm always thinking about my finances and health. But even once I get off live, I'm chilling today, but that don't mean I'm not doing absolutely nothing. I'm gonna still be on a laptop and on my phone looking up some stuff, working on some stuff, putting some stuff together. There's always some stuff to get to. So I never look at an off day as completely 100% I'm not doing nothing. That ain't gonna work like that. Nah. Gaming Live 22, what's going on? I think this is my first time seeing you on this live. What's going on with you? How your day been? How was your Christmas? What's going on? Just out here chopping it up about real life stuff, accountability, having more than one stream of income, so your job that you depend on and you so loyal to, you don't get that pink slip one day because you put all your eggs in one basket. Just chopping it up on some real life stuff, man. Stuff that people need to be talking about and planning for. We going into a new year, 2025. But the mindset need to start now, as far as whatever we've been putting off. We need to put together a plan so we can get to it. If you want, if you've been thinking about your side hustle and you've been procrastinating because your job has been seeming like it's been doing it, I say you need to do that too. Even if it make you tired, trust me, because these jobs don't care. Do the job that's giving you your main streams of income, but have your hustle on the side, and then just work your hustle on the side or your business on the side and build that, because these companies don't care. Like I was just saying earlier on live. Raphael, what up, though? like I was just saying, yeah, my holidays was pretty good. Gaming live 22. Raphael, you been all right? What's going on? So, but these companies don't care. Like I was saying earlier when I first started this live, I was watching this story earlier, and this guy was just explaining like how he'd been in a company for 15 years. They let him go. He didn't even know really what was going on. One of the employees pretty much called him or something, man. He was like, "Hey, did you get the notice? Did you?" He's like, "No, what's going on?" And then he went into his email box, and he saw the notice that said report this day, at this time, and all this type of stuff. So they held a meeting, and they was like, "Yeah, we appreciate y'all being a good worker, loyal, and blah 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 X, Y, and Z. But the company is closing down. I know, and everybody took a deep breath, went to moaning and grunting. You never put all your eggs in one basket because these companies is only out for themselves, which it makes sense. Like, I got to look out for me. So whatever extras I got, I can spread that amongst everybody else, like the family and all this type stuff. Like, I even tell my daughter, like, I got to look out for me first because I won't be able to take care of you. If I just keep jumping for everything you want me to do, I'll be missing out on money, doing this, doing that. But the money I'm missing out on, you always need something. That money that I'm missing out on could be going towards what you need. I can't even feed my family or my daughter if money in my end is not right. So I gotta be solid. It takes me, since I'm a man, since I'm a leader, I gotta be solid first. Raphael, I'm chilling on this Sunday. That's what's up. But yeah, we just chopping it up, man. Like I say, we got 2 more days to be going into 2025. But whatever we whatever we plan on doing, because trying is 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So I always correct myself anytime I say that. People who say, I'm trying to go to the NBA, I'm trying to find a job. No, I'm finding a job. I'm going to the NBA. You got to claim it. That way you put the actions behind that. The word trying is 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I learned that about 5 years ago, and it made a lot of sense. The people that know it, they don't use the word try. Try is like crippling you. You know what I'm saying? But these jobs, they ain't playing. It's a lot of stuff about to be going on, even, for the years to come. These places y'all see these big brands, they got big lots closing. They got all these Family Dollars closing. Like, there's a lot of stuff closing. Just imagine something that ain't even up as high as that, or still at that level. If it can happen to them, those big box chains companies, it can happen to a company that's under them, because a lot of companies that's up under them is doing what they call it, like just say if a person is working at a big 3, you know what I'm saying, like subcontracting type stuff, you know what I'm saying. So, but pretty much, like, some people say it's mixed management and all this type of stuff. What I'm saying is, if it can happen to those big companies, it can happen to anybody. And they don't care about nothing except for their green area, except for their profit. That's all they care about. So I tell people, we got to have more than one stream of income in order to really be solid. That way, when they give us the middle finger, now, whatever you got on the side, it might not be paying as much, but at least you will still be able to sleep at night knowing, okay, I still can pay my bills. I just can't be splurging because this don't have the money coming in like what I just got fired or laid off from. You know what I'm saying? But at least you still can sleep at night, instead of you put all your eggs in that one basket. You was splurging. You ain't even got $500 put up in your savings account. You've been doing all these trips or whatever, out with chicks, out with dudes or whatever. It's like, and then that hits you, man. You'll probably be feeling like you want to hurt somebody, man. I know that ain't the way I'm going out. I ain't trying to go out like that. I gotta be having stuff right. I don't care if I'm losing sleep, because eventually I'll be able to get more sleep. But anytime we building something, we gotta be at it. Like, it's nothing for a person to be working and then you got this extra side stuff that you be doing. It can even be gig stuff, but consistent enough. Like, you might have 3 customers a week and you got your little side gig or hustle, cutting grass if it's summertime. You might have a little snow plow or whatever for those same people who grass you cut. You doing their leaves, you doing their snow. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, the job get rid of you. Now all of a sudden it seemed like that's booming. No, it ain't all of a sudden it seemed like that's booming. It's just the job was taking that much damn time away from you building your life. While we there building a job up, the job is building themselves up, but not building us up. They only pay us raises and all that stuff to keep us in there. That's cool. But what I'm saying is we need to have something on the side that we fully control, like a hustle or gig. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get that trailer. You've been thinking about doing a little landscaping on the side. Well, that little landscaping on the side can turn big. It's just that most people who do it on the side, they got other things that's going on bigger, so that stay on the side. Once you get fired or laid off or whatever the situation is, next thing you know, you're like, dang, this took off. It would have been took off. But our minds be so invested into the company that's paying us, man. That's by design, though. I don't mind working for a company. I done it plenty of times and would still do it again if I had to. But what I'm saying is I'm going in there with a reason. I'm going in there for a reason and with a plan. That'll be the reason why I'm in there. People work a job just to splurge on material things and weekends. Yeah, that's why they say, especially here in this country, that's why they say most Americans don't even have $500 put up in a savings account. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we trying to do, we got to make sure that we secure. And if we dudes, that's why I tell dudes, it ain't no love for a dude. Like, okay, just say any of us, Raphael, Gaming Live 22, myself, just say if our money just was gone, I'm talking about the job, just say forget us, my business or whatever, our money period is gone. All those people that we would say love us, whether it's our aunt, mama, daughter, niece, nephew, whoever, grandkid, whatever, I'm telling you, we gonna really see who care once we ain't got nothing to stand on. Dang, he done lost his roof over his head. His car acting up. He can't even afford to get it fixed. Don't forget, we dudes, so the world look of us totally different. We get stranded on the side of a road. Most cars gonna go by. If it's a woman, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. She gonna get help quicker than a dude. We expected to know it all. Cool. But what that go right with what I'm saying, like, we gotta be solid with this. Cause soon as you go down, you thinking everybody down while you up. But as soon as that rainy day hit, as soon as the storm hit, you ain't got nothing, you lost your job, this and that, they might show some love. But how long do you think that shit gonna last? You sleeping on your niece's couch. You sleeping on your auntie couch. You staying with granddad. Somebody gonna eventually be side-eye you like, bro, did you go looking for a job today? Did you? Well, how long? When they gonna start asking a lot of questions, like, well, did you go down there? Like, I don't understand that. Like, if you went down there and applied for a food stamp, they would have been. Now it seemed like you lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really give a damn. I'm telling y'all, like, you gotta have something going on because that's where your value at, which I get it. But that goes with my point also, like, we don't need to be putting ourselves in a position to where we can fail like that. You know what I'm saying? I can see, because life does happen. I can see if you fell off a little bit, meaning the money ain't coming in like it used to. You ain't as healthy like you used to. But to go from this to this, nobody is going to respect that. Because in their mind, like, how did it even get to that? And as a dude, I'm telling y'all, like, we got to really be on top of this shit, man. This shit is ridiculous out here. June, what's going on, man? Hey, y'all, just so y'all know, Meredith Cartwright, that's my best friend who just tapped into the live. I ain't saw him in a minute. We ain't chopped it up in a minute, but we know what it is. I just been on a serious mission. But we got to make sure, like, whatever company, June, what you been up to, though, man? What's good with you? We got to make sure whatever companies we working for, we don't give them 100% of our time, because it's taken away from what we really should and been wanting to work on. You give them your time, and that's even if you're working a lot of overtime and all that type stuff. Cool, you're going to be tired and all that, but you still need to have a plan put together to where you can work on yourself and put together that business, whether it's landscaping, whether it's a cleaning company, whether I don't know, maybe you got a junk removal you've been thinking about doing, maybe I don't know, maybe you want to crochet, start a crochet business. You still need to be doing that because that's what come with it. Like, you supposed to be tired when we out here grinding. It makes sense. Like, how you think the next person feel or got to that level? They ass was tired too, and still tired. But what keep them motivated is the experience, the money that's coming in, their finances getting better, and overall they whole lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, working for people is cool. Being your own boss ain't for everybody. But what I'm saying is, if you working for somebody, you wonder why life ain't going the way it should go for you. It's because you working for somebody and you don't have a plan on the side to build off of. Like, all the places I was working for, right? These places they ain't want me to go, right? Nothing much, brother. I'm on vacation. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. You deserve it too, man. You deserve it. What's the weather? What's the weather there, June? But yeah, so if you wonder why the lifestyle ain't really hitting you, think about it. Think about it. Usually you can narrow it down to your finance, where you working and where you not working, and where you should be working and what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Narrow it down. Like, hold on, this shit ain't gonna never be enough. I gotta, and no matter what I do, every time I get paid, it don't seem to add up to me giving my whole day away for these people. I'm telling y'all, like, it's deep like that. Look, I was watching something, and it was this Steve Harvey thing came on, and it had been a minute since I even just saw him or heard his name or whatever. But this is like 2 years ago, right? Because his name don't come up like that. You know what I'm saying? That much. But what he said was real. He said, yeah, y'all, they tell us to work 8 hours a day. They tell us to sleep 8 hours a day. And he was like, man, don't y'all realize that that's a third of y'all life? Don't y'all realize that's a third of our life they tell us to sleep? You know what I'm saying? If only we tapped into, because I realized, I don't know about y'all, only if I'm real tired, I might need that. But for me, give me about 5 dead hours of sleep and maybe a few days out the week to where I can get all that sleep I want, like 8 hours, and I'm good. But if only people tapped into that chill time, those off days / those 8 hours that they getting in, they'll realize, damn, you know what? I got way more energy than I thought. Because most of it is programmed up here. When we be telling ourselves we tired, most of the time we don't really be tired. It be this saying that. We'll know when we actually tired because our body is gonna literally be shutting down. You dozing off at the light. Which I ain't saying get to that level, but I'm just saying you will know that the grind has been extra serious when you dozing off. You messing with your phone, you done just got home, too tired to get in the shower or change your clothes because you just that tired. And your phone fall out your hand because you nodding off and you was fighting the feeling. You felt it coming on. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, people need to take they off days / they extra time and tap into what they really trying to do. That way they can pull away, and next thing you know, you like, man, I wasn't even doing this 3 months ago. It's people saying that right now. You know what I'm saying? It's people saying that right now. Like, I wasn't even doing that, doing this 3 months ago. It's like 60 degrees. Okay, that's what's up. I wasn't even doing this 3 months ago. I wasn't even at this level a year ago. I wasn't even making 6 figures, you know what I'm saying, 4 months ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all won't know until y'all roll that dice. But the best way to roll the dice is having a good ass plan. That way you don't jump out there with your last and not have a good plan. You know what I'm saying? You might not even jump out there with your last with a good plan. You take a nice amount that you feel that you can avoid taking a hit across the head with the confidence of your plan. Pretty much, I can't lose. Your plan need to be to where pretty much I can't lose. Maybe I break even, or maybe I make a little something, but pretty much the way I done figured out and done all my homework with this and figuring it out, I can't lose. That's why the plan gotta be there. But if you just jumping off the fucking, porch without no type of plan, hey, shit, don't be surprised when you hit your head on the ground because you ain't come down on your feet. You gotta have a plan. You gotta know, okay, when I go ahead and jump, I'm still gonna be standing up. You know what I'm saying? When I jump, I ain't breaking nothing. When I jump, I ain't gonna sprain nothing. You just gotta know this. You know what I'm saying? To just jump in any type of way, you don't even know how to jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, you set yourself up. You setting yourself up. Like, never put all your eggs in one basket. The whole point of working for anybody, y'all, is to go to work, get the capital. If that's your thing, make sure they able to provide the lifestyle close to what you want. That's all I'm saying. So even if you don't want to do nothing on the side, make sure they can provide you close to the lifestyle you want. And if they not doing that, trust me, you got work to do. You got to figure out something. Telling y'all, these like my man, he had his story, like I was listening to earlier, like I was just telling y'all earlier. He had his story. He was like, yeah, they pretty much had a meeting for us, and they was like, hey, it's over with. We closing the company. He been there like 15 years. Other people been there 7, 20, and shit, it ain't matter. They treated all of them the same. They gave them their pink slip and was like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And he was like, yeah, we got to make sure we got more than one stream of income. And they told them people what was what, and they huffing and puffing it a little beat or whatever. And what about them families that was struggling, and that money was about to, they had plans for this and redoing this credit and buying a house, rental property, and the husband got to go home and the wife got to go home with this news. Man, it's gonna be a lot of that going on. I'm telling y'all, like I say, these a lot of big lots, a lot of Family Dollars is closing. Like, most people just don't have plans. Like, you need to be having a certain amount of tension. I don't want to call it stress, but you need to have a certain amount of tension / stress right here just for your survival. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, like, you need to be thinking about your finances pretty much all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially if whoever you getting your money from is out of your control, like a job. You need to be thinking like, hold on, this place paying me good. Or maybe they not, but this place paying me. I got this, I got that. They gave me a 50-cent raise, which is something. Is, like I say, that's all designed to keep you there. Maybe they sense some value or whatever, right? Cool. But the whole plan is to keep you there and keep you there and keep you there to where your life is them. Your life is them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask permission to travel. You gotta ask permission to take days off. You can be there 15 years and then you just wanna take a week off just cause your ankle hurt, and they like, they might even give you a side eye. Like, do you really need a week? How about 3 days? Or they give you the week and just say you might need 2. Maybe you go back in the job and you limping and all this, and they tell you, well, maybe you need to go ahead and take another week off, Mr. So-and-so. You messing up production. You messing up our green area. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even call you back. And my point is, you easily be replaced. Everybody is easily be replaced. That's how they doing right now. They is easily to be replaced right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, easily be replaced. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us out here. But if we got different streams of income, at least we can still pay our bills. Because that's the main thing. Like, pretty much, if they get rid of you, how you gonna pay your bills? Well, if you got another job or a side hustle or a business, you good. But most people, they get you so comfortable into the company, bringing all this pizza and food in for lunchtime, Christmas parties, and these little things, little you put your name into a raffle type thing. Cause I done worked at places, I know how it go. That shit be crazy. They do all this stuff, all the festivities. Your whole life is designed around them. You know what I'm saying? They give you the 50-cent raise, dollar raise. They got all bringing donuts in. You see the break room. I seen people so excited about stuff like that. They'll get to dance. They get to like dance when they see like a little kid that be humming when they eating something real good and wiggling their legs when they got the McDonald's and fries. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen grown men just see like, I'm like, dang, this place just done probably tens of thousands in production, thanks to that line moving quick and them getting these skids out and all this type stuff. And they just brung in 3 dozen of donuts and gave They gave the employees a pat on the damn back. Like, come on, man. I worked at places and I peep game. I'm like, and I was telling some other word, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna be here long, bro. I'm only here for this because I'm working on this, and I ain't put all my business out. But they knew I was serious, and they ain't the company ain't want me to leave. But guess what? I got the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers ain't paying me enough to even be in here. I gotta answer to y'all. Some of y'all got eagles and all this type stuff. Like, I ain't got time for that, man. That's too much. Just think, they controlling me. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. Like, I should be in control of most of my life. But guess what? Think about it, y'all. When y'all working a job, they in control of most of your life. Because everything gotta, something came up, kids half a day, yeah, you gotta tell them that you gotta go pick your son up. Otherwise, your damn kid gonna be stranded. Wife anniversary, this the only weekend y'all can get it on, and you know, because other stuff going on, you go in there and tell them, hey, look, can I try to get somebody to switch with me? Man, it's a lot of moving around stuff, and sometimes they only give you so many times to do that. You better not take your ass in that damn office and holler at your manager or supervisor, and you keep having stuff. I want to go here. My wife in labor. I know somebody whose wife was in labor, and they told that person, look, I was at this place. They was like, hey, I mean, you took off and you went over here. Your vacation day was already. I'm like, damn, like, and you been here years. And I was just starting that place. I was a temp. I was just there just to make some extra bread. And they told that person that, I'm like, damn. I was at a place where a chick was on her monthly. Yo, what's good, Weezy? See you cooking up the subject as usual. Salute to you, my G. For carrying enough speak, getting people's mind right. The employer does have. Think about it. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. Make sure y'all like this live too. You can't do nothing. Think about it. Tomorrow, just say if you just wanted to do you. Tuesday, if you just wanted to do you. Next week, first thing you got to think about is your job. The first thing you have to think about is your job. If you want to say, well, shit, next month I want to go on vacation or so on, first thing you got to think about is your job. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I'm saying, have a plan. Because eventually, I would think a person want to get away from it. Like I say, if a job is supplying the money enough to where you close to the lifestyle you want, do you. But most people, it ain't. That's why most people evil out here. They broke. They miserable. You know what I'm saying? It's coming off. These jobs talk to them any type of way, so they bring that energy when they getting off work or when they going to work. They bring that shit right into the world. Like, miserable as hell. People don't want to let you over. They riding your ass in traffic. They all in a places. They ringing up your stuff. If you wasn't coming in there, they wouldn't even have no damn job. You know what I'm saying? You have a good day. They don't even say nothing back. You should be saying that to me. You walk in a clothing store or whatever, these people don't even speak to you. You know what I'm saying? They don't even speak to you. You act like you doing me a favor. If I wasn't coming there as a customer, you wouldn't even have no damn job. Yeah, the employer has control. Just think, like, the average person we see out here, I'm telling you, they got to get that permission from the job. And that would be cool with me if that employer is supplying most of what I want to do with my life. Vacation time, trips, if I'm sick, if I need to take off. Pretty much they hitting like so many areas. It's like, oh, I can't lose. Like, I can't see it being another job better than this out here. Like, they would have to be hitting like that. And I've never been nowhere where I was able to say that. You know what I'm saying? I read about a place that was I think it was an oil company. This was the coldest thing I ever read, y'all. It was an oil company. I be like that, riding public transportation. Yeah. So I read this one thing. It was some years ago. And it was this article, man. This article was so out cold, I still remember it, bro. It was like this article, these people work for an oil refinery or oil company or whatever. And the oil company was making so much money. Y'all know how these places be in the green and they get the little profit sharing, and it was something like that. But anyway, they got big, but they supplied the employees big too. So the employees got, I think it was 20,000. It was insane. I remember this article to this day. So just imagine what that oil company place got, that these workers, they got 20,000, and they said even if you was new, you got 20,000. Imagine that. Even it to them it didn't even matter, because I guess once you entered into their company, the value was there. They said even if you knew, I remember reading that part. So even if a person was just coming in there, they got 20,000. And you know, if it was a new person going, they ain't going nowhere. I just started last month and I got 20,000 coming. I'm not going. Now a place like that, I'm thinking in my mind, it ain't no other job better than this out here. But they had good vacation time. I don't remember all the numbers, but I'm like, man. And it was people who it was time for them to retire. I remember this part. It was people it was time for them to retire, and they just would not retire. It was people who was willing to come in and was offering to come in on off days or stay longer and not even care about the pay. I remember this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because the company was so out cold. I'm like, man, this can't be real. I don't remember where it was at. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it was here in the U.S., but I'm like, this can't be real. But I was reading it, and I'm like, dang, that's like a dream come true type of job. A dream come true type of job. They really, really, really took care of their employees, because and I remember the article saying something about the company value, because they had their little statement, without y'all, we would definitely not be us. Like, we wouldn't be at the level we at. I'm like, damn, man. But back in the day, people was able to be on jobs and be on them for 30, 40 years. That's what our grandparents done. Some of our parents done them. That shit over with. Technology didn't advance too high. Ain't no you on the job for 30, 40 years. Nah, it's different now. You know what I'm saying? They got all this technology, robots entering, they got so much stuff already going that we don't even know about, that they've been experimenting with for years just to replace the human. I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? They going from the gas car, they threw in electric cars and all types of stuff. Like, it's crazy out here, y'all. It's crazy. Like, I just stay focused. I just stay focused, for real. I just stay focused. I'm telling y'all, lock and load, do what you do, and make sure you got something on the side that's bring you that money. Make sure you got something on the side that's bring you that money that you got control over. You know what I'm saying? And it don't take much. Just something on the side that you got. Just think something on the side can be bringing in an extra $200, $300 a week. So even if you put it on a low end like that, that's actually pretty good, considering that the average person is struggling out here paycheck to paycheck and don't even have $500 in a savings account for emergency. You know what I'm saying? So you doing what you're doing, even if you're doing good or you really not. So whether you're doing good or not, just imagine $200 to $300 extra a week. So that's anywhere from $200, $400, $600, $800 to $1,200 extra a month. That's a game changer. Just with something simple. Just shooting a couple moves, you came up with something and it's working for you. I'm steady thinking about stuff, y'all. I'm telling you, this is what I do. I'm thinking about shit while I'm on live. Like, damn, what I need to be doing next? You know what I'm saying? I be seeing stuff on YouTube. Like, it was this dude on YouTube. YouTube is like the coldest. That's why I say YouTube universe. It's cold. But I think I was on YouTube because I posted it was on YouTube because I posted a reel, a shorts video. But anyway, it was this dude on there, and he was doing garbage can cleaning, and he was saying the truck was $50,000 and the payment was $1,200. dollars monthly because they had the little power wash, all that on the truck thing or whatever. But even if a person wanted to do that, they don't have to go with that truck. They can just set the power wash and water up on pickup truck or whatever they do, pass out flyers or have a place or get in the neighborhood or whatever, and go crazy with it. Some detergent, whatever chemicals, you know what I'm saying? Bam, bam. And they was asking, oh, so where you empty the waste? And he was like, I just remember him saying it can't be the regular sewage thing. It had to be somewhere where it was filtered out into the waste. I just remember the word filtered. But yeah, like, it's money to be made out here. And that's why I be telling y'all, like, we don't need to be around really no heavy distractions and no negative energy, because it's going to distract us from our creative side of our mind. Our creative side of our mind only can come out if we around peace of mind. That's why I'm big on peace of mind, because just think, the more calmer, the more peaceful, the more happier, you know what I'm saying, the more life is going good for you, man. Your thoughts, your clarity, and everything, it's gonna be up there. But just imagine all the BS in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? Fighting. Somebody broke some glass over there, some beer bottles or whatever, right? Somebody talk about their house got broken into. Somebody almost passed away or did pass away. Like, you around this all day, and then the hate and the energy of you speaking and somebody don't want to speak you back. You just looking right in the eye. You know they heard you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's enough to distract you from anything good that you're trying to figure out. And that's the world. The world do not want a person to be thinking in clarity and want your vision to be clear. And no, the world like for you to be sick, dumb, stupid, ignorant, lazy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a damn if you do, damn if you don't thing. You know what I'm saying? They don't like it, but they love it. You know what I'm saying? They love when your car go down. You know what I'm saying? They love when your relationship ain't right. Like, that's the world. That's the world. It always been like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say always, but when I say always been like that, I'm talking about decades. Because when our great-great-grandparents and all the negative stuff that's going on now wasn't out here. But that's what I mean by always been like that. Like, since we was little, since the average person was little, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was already kind of going on, but then it just exploded, especially when social media started hitting. And you got I remember when World Star first you remember when World Star first hit Raphael? Remember when World Star first hit Raphael and they hit all them, what they had on there the most? Fights. I remember World Star. I think it still exists, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost sure. You just don't hear about it too much because it's one of them things that came up and it's in the background and they got new stuff going on, like TikTok and all, you know what I'm saying? So, but the biggest thing that was on World Star was fights. The biggest thing that World Star represented was what? Negativity. You know what I'm saying? I remember that World Star era, man. It had people going, people about to fight at school. They World Star, you know what I'm saying? I'm like just hyping it on and all that type stuff. I remember that girl. Yeah, man, World Star, man. It was just pretty much a negative platform. Like, I don't remember too much good stuff. Not saying it wasn't nothing good, because I know somewhere on there it was some type of good. But for the most part, every time I saw World Star, every time I thought about World Star, it was never nothing good that I thought about or saw. And most of what I saw was fighting. Hood fights. I was seeing chicks fighting and shirts being ripped off and just, you know, just stuff. And I'm like, man, this is, and I had to catch myself, because I was out here into the madness as far as going out. I was clubbing at the time. So I was out here in the world of just, you know, what the new thing was, put it like that. The newest club, the newest restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Out here with chicks and, you know, hanging with my boys and all that, you know. So I was out here in the midst of what was going on. But the stuff that World Star was posting ain't what I was around. Like, I wasn't like directly with what was, you know what I'm saying, the fights and all. You know, I was seeing some stuff, but I wouldn't say I was around it. Otherwise, I wouldn't even been around the type of people or environment I was in. I just would have just been sitting back chilling. But World Star, I remember that era, man. But then, like I say, you had other platforms coming on, TikTok and whatever else. I can't think of whatever else, but yeah. So it kind of took a lot of attention off them. But man, that stuff straight garbage. And then I tell you, Raphael, like that new show, Pop the Balloon, man. That show is getting a lot of views. It's making a lot of money. Because of why? It ain't because people matching up. It's because the energy that's on there. And the energy that's on there is up here, but it's down here. It's up here as far as the views and the people that's coming in and is getting you attention. But man, that energy is so negative. You come out, man, you just get the popping the view, popping the balloons based on how you look. You know what I'm saying? A chick be on there. She say, yeah, is he your type? The host might say, is he your type? The chick would say, yeah, if the dude was kind of cool with his yeah or kind of cool with his no or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If the dude was like, if the host is like, yeah, is she your type? No, she ain't my type. And then the host would ask the chick, is he your type? No, he definitely ain't my type. It's like a tit for a tack. Like, and I'm like, damn, this chick, she pretty much whatever energy the dude gives, she give, but it ain't really from the heart. It's really just kind of like the get back even type. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the dudes be kind of cool. It be them chicks that be on there tripping. I'm like, man, ain't no way I'll go on that damn show. Ain't no way I'll go on there. And then some of them dudes, they got more than likely already had they social media accounts, so they use that to up their following and up their views on their social media platform, which is cool. After they put their name out there for themselves or whatever, or got their name out there a little bit more, yeah, why not? Why not roll with the momentum? Shit, I would too. But yeah, but that's pretty much been a new world for probably at least I see a decade. It's just got way worse. Like I say, probably the past 5 years. Definitely since 2020, since the C word, man, this shit is ridiculous, man. And the reason why I say it's definitely worse now, because for one, ain't nobody trying to work. People are a lot meaner. And don't nobody care for other people's needs, concerns, emotions, nothing. It's like it ain't no laws behind you being respectful for no old lady or you watching your mouth around these kids. Like, I'm like, dang, like I naturally know how to code switch. You know what I'm saying? Some people, oh, you being funny. I just keep it real. I'm like, so if you're around your grandparents or whoever you call yourself respecting, you keeping it real is you just pretty much doing whatever you would want to do as if they wasn't even in front of you or in the next room. Or I understand even if I'm grown, I'm grown as hell too, but I naturally know what type of environment I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I don't just enter no environment through the door not knowing who in there and just be loud and cursing and all that. No, kids pick up the bad language. It might be a lady, I'm saying the B word, and it's a chick right there. And how do you just do this? A time and place for this stuff. Like, I get it, I'm grown too, but you got to make these adjustments. I remember one time I was in a barbershop, Raphael. One time I was in a barbershop, and it's this dude. I had a client, and it was a elder lady. She was next in a chair, but need I remind you, my man that was next to me cutting, his client was so loud, and he was using the worst words that any person can use, especially a male, around the opposite sex. This dude was using the B word. What are you saying? He was using the B word and the P word. The woman's private part, the P word, right? And the B word. It was It was real cringy, put it like that. And the reason why I was cringing, I'm like, this lady, I'm like, dude, you know what you do. You just don't care. And she in the room. You know, most barbershops ain't big. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all just, you know, in this space to where we can hear everything, even the other person's conversation, other barber's conversation with his client. So I tapped my man. No, I didn't tap him, the other barber. I said something to the dude. Now I was waiting on my man to say something to his client because it's best for the barber to say something to his client since they already got that relationship understanding. This is my first time seeing this dude. If I saw him before in there, maybe this was the second time, but in my mind, this is my first time seeing this dude. But anyway, I'm like, ain't no sense of saying something to the barber. I'm like, you stupid enough to let this dude just, if that was your mama over there, you wouldn't let this dude be saying that to your grandma. Anyway, I said something to the dude, but I ain't say nothing reckless. I just was like, I say, hey man, can you kind of chill at least to the lady get out, you know what I'm saying, till she get out here, because she about to get in my chair. You know, so, you know, so pretty much the reason why I was hollering, the reason why I hollered at him because the lady was about to get closer to his language because his barber was right next to me. So she over there, even though it wasn't far, she about to get closer with her ears to be hearing this. And I got her in my chair and she's like, I say, yeah, I just was telling the dude to calm down. And she's like, you know what, I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And this lady can actually be something else too. You know what I'm saying? But the respect still just had to be there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and then I heard the dude mouthing off at the barber. He said, I remember exactly what he said because I heard him. He's right next to me. He was like, he called some kind of mumbling with it, but I heard he's like, yeah, this supposed to be our place where we, you know, pretty much fellas. This is where the fellas, you know, do whatever the hell they want to do. And then I heard him by me hearing him. I said something else to him, but need I remind y'all, I ain't say nothing crazy. By me hearing him, I say, look, I mean, I asked you nicely, man. I ain't come at you crazy. And I said it with this tone, this body language. Even when I was talking to him the first time, you know what I'm saying? I say, hey man, can you just kind of calm it down a little bit? At least wait till she get out here because she about to be in a chair. Pretty much, she about to be closer to the stuff you saying. You know what I'm saying? So I say, so when he went to mouthing off, once I said what I said to him respectfully, and he called himself saying it lower and mumbling, but I heard him, I say, look, because he was like the other barber was right next to me. And the dude who was mumbling saying something, who I said something to, he was right next to him. So I had to kind of like lean back and kind of like to see him or lean forward or one of them type things to make eye contact. I say, look, I mean, I asked you nicely. At least I ain't disrespect you or something like that. And I said it with this tone. And he had to respect it because it was like, you know, okay, he right. Even though I don't like it, it's like another grown man telling me what to do. Because I know that's how he was taking it. That's why it would have been best if his damn barber would have told him himself. But it was all good. But the lady was like, yeah, I'm glad you said, because I couldn't take that. Like, he was saying a P word. You know, the woman's, you know, what's between her leg, the P word and the B word. Like, bro, did you see this lady over here? This elderly lady? He was loud. I'm talking about, if the probably the same amount of loudness that I am on his live, I mean that I am on his live, it's about how he was in the room. But keep in mind, when you're in a room, your voices is traveling. So just like I ain't talking low, I'm just talking. That's how he was. He wasn't talking low. He was just talking. I'm like, man, this dude ain't got no damn respect, man. I wouldn't even hang around nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I told him. And if stuff would have got crazy, then it just would have had to get crazy. I just would have had to do what I had to do. But I wasn't worried about that because I always enter a situation the right way. You know what I'm saying? And then my mans was cool. We was all, you know, working in the same shop or whatever. So it wouldn't even he probably would have got in the middle of it and kind of just, oh man, it's all good, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. So I couldn't really see it getting crazy, just how I kind of approached the situation. Now, if I'd have went in my man, like, bro, I mean, come on now, you gotta, man, calm that shit down. You know, of course, I'm trying to tell him, which is a grown man, what to do. But it went all right. You know, it went all right. It went a lot better than um. Well, it could have got a lot worse. That's what I said. Because I was about to say, look, it went a lot better than I thought. Well, no, I went into it knowing it was gonna go good. But what I meant to say was it could have went a whole lot worse just if my man had more of a chip or eagle going on. But yeah, I just be out here focused, y'all. I just be out here focused. We just got to make sure we locked and loaded out here. I just gave y'all several scenarios, several different stories of, you know, taking the risk, really putting together the plan. I know a few people that's struggling with health stuff. They need to lock and load. Most of the people that's really struggling with their health, and most of it is gonna mainly be with the nutrition part. Anybody can work out and go to the gym, lift light, lift heavy, do some cardio here and there. I know people do all that, and they still look the damn same. And what do you think it is? Ain't no my body type. We know it's different body types. You know what I'm saying? We know. You got the thin, and then you got the medium built, and then you got the more stocking. So of course your body might not never get to that because you naturally holding this, but you still supposed to have a certain amount of fat. You still supposed to have a certain amount of muscle. You know what I'm saying? You still supposed to have a certain amount of endurance. You know what I'm saying? We just know everybody can't be skinny and ain't gonna be skinny. Everybody ain't gonna be medium weight and can't be medium weight, and everybody ain't gonna be more of a stocky. You know what I'm saying? But those are usually the three body types. You know what I'm saying? But I know people, I'm like, I already know why that person is still looking like that with the excess fat and looking like this. And I'm seeing them post nutrition. They got a bad habit somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They probably be at Tropical Cafe getting a little peanut butter smoothie, which I had before until I realized how many damn calories, which I knew was loaded. You know what I'm saying? I just had to taste and find out at least one good time. And I ain't been back since. You know what I'm saying? That was earlier this year. It was worth it. I done some extra exercise and everything. But they got bad habits like tropical smoothie and McDonald's, Happy's Pizza every other day. You know what I'm saying? Eating late at night and all this type stuff. All the holiday food without working it off. You know what I'm saying? Or making room for it. And the stuff that they do, the exercises and stuff that they are doing, they not even burning. So they always like up when it comes to the calories and overdoing it. Most of the time, those people don't even break even, or push them to shove, they breaking even, especially if they ain't getting worse. So they never really getting down to where they burning that glucose/fat. You know what I'm saying? Now just imagine, the good part about it, just imagine if they wasn't being active. So if you staying the same with these bad habits, that means you breaking even. So you doing just enough. Not saying this is what they thinking, but this is what the body is putting out. You doing just enough to keep from getting worse because you're not getting better. You know what I'm saying? But they stuck there because they got those bad habits. And most of the time, it's because what they around and who they around. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much like what you around, who you around, gotta kind of pretty much be on the same type of level. If you got a significant other and you doing health stuff and you eating out and going to the gym, which it usually don't be like this, but sometimes be like this. Because the one that's not going usually is start kind of getting insecure or jealous or whatever. Now they want to go or whatever. But if they not on their stuff and you are, and then they just came in with a corned beef from Lou's Deli or whatever deli place is near you, you know what I'm saying, corned beef place, or they just came in with this pizza. You know, you love pizza. We love pizza. They just came with the burgers and fries and all the stuff that we love and look good and all this. And you so-called on your fitness journey, it ain't gonna work. Because the first thing you're gonna do, even if you're trying to resist, let me get a few of those fries. Let me just get, no, just one bite, just one bite. You know what I'm saying? Just one bite, babe. Just one bite. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they done tore half the burger. Or, you want the rest of these fries? Yep. That's how it go. And you might already had your nutrition in for that day and been good. But once you see it and smell it, if you don't have no control, it's over with. It's kind of like an all-you-can-eat buffet. If you see it and smell it, it's over. That's why a lot of times, like when we out in the world, like when I'm posted up right now in a Happy's Pizza parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I probably done a live here like once. You know what I'm saying? It's in the area that I be in. Literally, Happy's Pizza is right here, and it ain't too many people running in and out. But that can just be because the drivers is getting calls and they delivering. But I've been here the whole time for the live. Pulled up. I'm like, dang, you know what? Let me pull in there and I'll just post up for the live. Anyway, Happy's Pizza is right here in front of me, y'all. I never been in this place. Probably never gonna be in this place. You know what I'm saying? But it's right here in front of me. But yeah, they got bad habits. They eating too much. They don't know how to stop. And like I say, the more you eat the process, the more you take on this glucose, this added sugar, it attract more of it. It's by design. That's because those chemicals mess you up. You don't get full because it's processed. You know what I'm saying? That's why the whole foods is king, because you get the fiber, you get the protein, and it gets you full and keep you full longer. That's why I'm big on the whole foods. That's why I get most of my protein from. It's solid whole foods. Yep. Chicken, yogurt. Even though peanut butter is a fat, it still got protein in it, which I do the natural peanut butter. I actually just picked up another one a couple days ago. This ain't the one I showed you, Raphael, on the other live, but you see I don't be playing. You see what that say? This only got 2 ingredients. Usually when you get the natural or the organic, it just say peanuts. This one got peanuts, and then it just say salt. You know what I'm saying? And at the market I was at, I was just glad that they had this, because they ain't had the other one. I was telling you, because I told you if they ain't had that other one, that I told you that the other one, unless the place I go to, if they don't have that, then other than that, I won't even be getting nothing else. But the place I got this from didn't have that. But I was at this one market in the area that I'm in now, and I went in there, and they actually had the actual I think it was a Skippy Natural. Man, that stuff was so good, because you could taste it's like a grittiness of the peanuts, so it ain't all the way smooth. Man, that stuff was so good. But I put this on top of my banana for the day. I had 2 bananas. I put this on top of it, and good fat. But the good thing about this, you get the protein too. So really, if you want to know my fat sources, eggs, this, and usually my yogurt be no fat, but sometimes I do the low fat. But really my fat sources mainly is peanut butter, avocado, and peanut butter. I got 4 main ones: peanut butter, avocado, cheese, and peanut butter, avocado, cheese, and eggs. Those are my four best fat sources: peanut butter, avocado, egg, and cheese. And you know, that's enough for me to flavor with anything. That's enough for me, because most of what I eat on a daily is almost the same. I say about 4 days out the week, most of the time what I'm eating daily is about the same. It's about the same. Now I already started eating 2 meals a day. So my first meal of the day was right before this live. So probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago. So I had 2 bananas with the peanut butter on it, right? I had 2 yogurts. Actually, now today I still got it on me. Let me see. Cause that's look. I had these one today. Now these ain't got no added sugar. They got 3 grams, but it ain't got no added sugar in it. Cause I was about to grab the Kabani or whatever you call those. So this ain't got no this got 0 added sugar. You know what I'm saying? So, but you see the grams, right? So 2 of these, so that's 30 grams of protein, right? 30 grams of protein. I had I ain't gonna pull this out the bag because I got that. That's just what I got in that bag. But anyway, let me give you the rundown. So 2 of those yogurts, no added sugar. So 15 grams a piece. That's 30 grams of protein. I had a can of tuna, which is 20 to 22 grams of protein. So right there, I'm at 50 something grams of protein with 2 yogurts and a can of tuna. And I had the 2 bananas. And then I had the peanut butter. Man, this shit was so fucking good. I had the peanut butter on the bananas. And then I had some black beans with that, which is the carb source and the protein source. So everything I just named was loaded up in protein except for the bananas. You know what I'm saying? But that was the potassium and all that. And then since the bananas was ripe, I used that for fructose added type sugar, since the peanut butter don't have the sugar in it. Because added sugar is death. You know what I'm saying? I do added sugars every blue moon. You know what I'm saying? Because the other yogurt I had, it had less protein. It had 12 grams. But it was the Kabani, I think that's what they call it. But it had 2 grams of added sugar. So I'm like, dang, for $1.99, I'm like, and then I saw that one next to it. I'm like, that one was $1.19. I think the same amount of calories, but higher protein. I'm like, let me just get this, because the price for those two was almost one of the Kabani with added sugar. The Kabani was $1.99. That was like $1.19. So that's like $2.40 for 2. One of the Kabanis was pretty much 2. So I'm like, all right, bet. So pretty much, let me see, 50, 30 for the 2, 15, 15 for the 2 yogurts. And then 20 or 22, I'm gonna just say 20 for the tuna. So that's 50. And then the beans, it was 1.5 cups or 2 cups, pretty much a can. I just that small can. I just went in with my main carbs that I'm gonna do for the day. Later on, I ain't gonna need that much because I'm gonna just be chilling. I ain't gonna be moving around. But the beans, the can of beans was 7, 14, 21, because it's like 3.5 servings. And it's 7 grams of protein in each serving. So 7, 14, 21, 22, 23, just say about 23 grams. So just in the can of beans is 23. You add that to the 50 that I just said, that's 70 something grams of protein right there. I think the avocado, oh, did I get the avocado? No, I didn't get the avocado today. I'm gonna do that my last meal. Oh, so that's 70 right there, or maybe 71 around there, but we just gonna say 70. And then what I say, 50, 7, 14, 21, to 2 to 3 to 4. So we had about 53 grams of protein right there. And then the peanut butter, I was just taking it out just enough to put on a spoon and fork and just drizzling and eating a banana like that. So I would say, let me see. So 2 spoons is 190 calories or whatever with 8 grams. So I say, just say 2 spoons. That's 190 calories, 8 grams. So 73, 8 grams of protein. We just gonna say 80 instead of 81. So you talk about 80 grams of protein. You know how much that costs, Raphael? Now, let me just, I can't really say it like that because the peanut butter was already bought. But pretty much everything except for the peanut butter came to $5.31. I remember it. It came to $5.31. So even if you counted the peanut butter, and this peanut butter was actually at a decent price, it was $2.99 versus that Skippy is $5. Yeah, it's like $5.21 or $4.99 or something. This was $2.99, so I was actually happy at that price because it ain't got no sugar. And it's got the oil, had the oil floating at the top, so I had to stir it. You know what I'm saying? The salt wasn't really a big of a deal because that's the sodium that I was gonna need anyway. So, but yeah, so But yeah, so $5.31 outside of the peanut butter was already paid for. But even if you was to do that, that's like $10, a little over 10, just on the $11. But now but you gotta keep in mind, I got peanut butter for whatever day. I eat peanut butter every day. I wouldn't even be able to survive or breathe without peanut butter, man. Just call me the peanut butter man. But anyway, but yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I got some Dave's Killer Bread. Yeah, you can do some good stuff with that, and you can feel good about eating it because it's nutrient dense. You know what I'm saying? They got some and that'll help bring some balance, even if you're using just say you put some jelly on it and some regular peanut butter. You still got some type of balance. I always say is you can balance it even at 50%, you're doing way better than the next person. Versus it's the other type of bread and you do using regular jelly also and regular peanut butter. It's like where's the balance? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get the healthy peanut butter and a regular jelly and good bread. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get the good bread and using a regular jelly and a regular peanut butter. Every little bit help. That's all I'm saying. Always make sure whatever you doing nutrient wise for your meals, just make sure it's 50% good. That's what I tell people. Just keep it simple. Some stuff gonna be added sugar. I mean, the regular bread alone is added sugar technically. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing good about regular bread. You know what I'm saying? That stuff don't even break down. You know what I'm saying? So just go and just sit. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was reading about that. It was about 10 some years ago, 10, 12 years. It don't even break down. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, as soon as it hits your tongue, it turns straight up to sugar, glucose, bread. Yep. So, but yeah. But yeah, man, just staying focused, man. But I always say, like, my nutrition is like the best part of the day. You can't tell me like that nutrition part ain't one of the best parts of your day, Raphael. Whether it's a good day, whether it's a busy day, whether it's a chill day, when you sit down to eat your nutrition, that stuff just need to be healthy enough to let you know it's going with your lifestyle / you working out and it's making sense. You should feel healthy. You should feel some type of healthiness when you sit down and eat that food. You know what I'm saying? That's why, and the more times you do even more healthier, which like I tell people to definitely lock and load in on the days or certain weeks you might go more healthier. Now you got more room to play for the stuff that you shouldn't be having. Maybe you can have it one extra more time that week. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe that day. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been doing so good, you done made room for it. I never feel bad about nothing bad that I eat because it's not bad when I eat it because I made room for it / I'm going to be working out that day / I'm going to get it in that next day. So it's good when I'm eating. Only thing about it, it's still bad as far as what's going to be going on with your system, like spiking your blood sugar and all that type of stuff. That's what it really, I say the biggest thing it come down to, other than a person just picking up weight or you get a bigger stomach, whatever, that blood sugar spike. That's the #1 rule. And that's still why me eating twice a day still go with it. It still go with it. You know what I'm saying? It still go with it. So literally, all the stuff I just named with the, what I say, 80 calories, 81, 82 calories, that was one eating. You know what I'm saying? That was one meal. I'm not putting no gum. I'm not putting no cookies. I'm not putting no chips and nothing else in my mouth. I got one more time to eat. And whatever I'm going to put with that, it's got to get eaten in one serving. So now my body is going to go off of if any added sugar is involved, right, or was involved. It got time to do what it's going to do, burn that up, process everything, and eventually get to where I'm running off fat into my next meal. And on my next meal, it's going to be some type of spike because it's a carb. Pretty much anytime you eat, it's a spike. It's just that when you do fats and protein, the spike is less. When you do more nutrition dense food, the spike is less versus some cookies or a pack of cookies or Little Debbie's and all that type of stuff, right? So my next meal is going to be the second meal. So if I wanted a piece of gum, it's going to get eaten with that second meal. I don't want to be coming in 30 minutes later with a peppermint from the store, or I just saw laying around on the back dining room table. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's another spike. That's another spike. I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to avoid stuff, not wait for certain stuff to happen, and then I be would've, could've, should've. I ain't trying to do that. Like I say, every time we eat, we spike our insulin. Our pancreas is working hard. You know what I'm saying? You thinking, all right, we just ate this, you just ate happy, you just ate this, and you saving the dessert for last. No, you want to eat that dessert right with that meal, because as soon as you get that out the way, as soon as your body can get to burning all that bad stuff up, the glucose and all, breaking that stuff down, and eventually burn that up, and in between that meal, your body runs off fat just like it does when you sleep. You know what I'm saying? But if you eat that, you say the dessert for 2-3 hours later, maybe you got a peach cobbler or a banana pudding, you say that for 2-3 hours later, now you spike during that meal and you got all this bad stuff in it. You just spiked it again, and it ain't get a chance to get, it ain't even, your body ain't even get a chance to finish breaking that shit down. You just spiked again off the banana pudding, and then the game come on later tonight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got some wingdings you about to smash. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still early. You got the game coming on tonight. You got wingdings and I don't know, some cheese bread that you about to smash. That's a whole nother spike. And then after you eat that, I don't know, maybe you got some hot chips left over, some hot Cheetos left over from the day before. You know what I'm saying? You about to put that down too? Man, you just spike every time you done like this with the gaps in between. You probably done spiked 5-6 times. Your insulin, your pancreas is going crazy. Insulin, pancreas going crazy. Next you know, you type 2. You wondering why this going on with your body. You wonder why that's going on. Look, decrease the amount of times that y'all eating. Whatever you gonna eat it all in that session. Just eat it all in that session. If you're gonna eat it again, eat it all in that session. But just don't keep eating, especially all the in-between stuff, because that's a whole nother spike. Your body ain't even had a chance to get rid of the other spike. And that's what keep people unhealthy. Next thing you know, your diabetes kicked in, your legs and got so bad, blood circulation, they got to cut a leg off. I'm telling you, this is all from, most of this stuff could have been avoided. Is poor eating habits. And this country don't even teach that stuff, because they all about making that bread. They all about making that bread. You know what I'm saying? That's all they care about, money. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. Like I said, I'm at Happy's Pizza. Every damn thing in there is unhealthy. You just try to weed out the best unhealthy, or you just go in and get whatever your favorite that's unhealthy, but just make sure you don't eat it all the time. But the average person who eat this type fast food stuff can't control it. For one, like I say, it's designed, it's processed, so it's designed not to keep you full. The spike is gonna be at its greatest. I remember I used to, like I said on this one, I used to kick with this one chick, and before I know it, I'm like, dang, that's when Tim Hortons was out banging. When it first came out, they had the little croissants, the turkey croissants with something else. I used to get a donut. Oh, I was going crazy with it. But anyway, but I was only going crazy with it because don't forget, y'all, if you with somebody and they ain't on the same level as you, and my nutrition always been decent, but it ain't like how it is now. You know what I'm saying? But I was like late 20s, early 30s. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, before I know it, I'm eating what was it? Happy's Honey Barbecue. I'm sure they still got them. I forget, the 20-piece, whatever they came in. I'm like, hey, I'm eating this shit all the damn time. Like, I mean, Tim Hortons had that sandwich thing, a turkey, I don't know, a club, or it was something, I don't know, it was some turkey. I remember turkeys, I don't eat pork. It was something dealing with turkey. But I get that, and the donut or whatever thing they had. I remember when hey Raphael, do you remember, I don't know if you used to mess with KFC, but do you remember when KFC had those chicken littles? If you remember those chicken littles, Raphael, man, I used to put those chicken littles down. They used to be like $1.99 or 106 with tax. I used to put those chicken littles, Raphael, down from KFC. I remember that was I was 23 03. So that was like 20 some years. Time fly by. Let me see. I was 23, 24. Yeah, it was about 20 years ago. I heard of Tim Horton restaurant moved one in Akron because he closed that one. Oh, so he was a prick, huh? Yeah, but they I used to go to this I used to go to KFC because it was like right across the street from the jobs. And that's why I say this stuff all about design, man. You working hard, you want something that's ready quick. So fast food, if you ain't bringing a lunch, most people don't bring lunch. They just drive off on their lunch and go get they whatever, right? Anyway, when KFC had those chicken littles, Raphael, man, it was a game changer. Like, it was a straight up game. I used to get no less than 3 with some fries, and they had a combo for it too. It was just pretty much chicken tender, a pickle. I don't know. I think they just put like a quick little sauce on it. I love KFC and chicken. Man, I used to tear them things up, and I used to get some of them like I always 2 was not enough. Them things was already little, but I used to get like 3, 4, but 1 maybe 2 with cheese on it, because I don't think it came with cheese. Man, you talking about yeah. I figured because I ain't saw it or heard it, and it was pretty much all the stuff they already had. They just try to bundle it up and package it different. Because remember they had the bowls, the chicken bowls. It was all the stuff that they sold separate, but they just put the chicken, the corn, or this, and package it up different, make it seem like KFC got something new. That's how all these restaurants do. But it's stuff they already be having most of the time. They just figure out a way to get more creative with it. But I'm telling you, like, I used to tear those chicken littles up. And they had that spiciness to it. Man, them things, man, used to hit the spot every time. I'm licking my lips thinking about it. Like, man, that place was, man, it was right across the street. Yep. But, and then I used to, and at the time, of course, I was drinking, because I stopped doing pop. Oh, no, I wasn't doing pop. Because I stopped doing pop in 03. So I was still doing, like, juices and all that types, which some of them had more sugar than a pop and more stuff than a. But anyway, now this person out here, well, it ain't really raining no more. It's probably drizzling. But I see somebody, like, they like, literally jogging like this. I don't know if it's a he or she. I just saw some long hair. I don't know if it's dreads or whatever. And it's looking like they just, breaking their way down from a sprint or something. But I like seeing stuff like that. Because even on a day like this, like, I mean, stuff still got to go on. Because just imagine if it's like this for a week. So you ain't about to come out the house and not work out. No, you gotta do what you got to do. Like, just say if that person, because I'm usually, like this area I'm in, I used to be running this area too. So, but yeah, man. So I get it with the restaurants. But what I'm saying is, most people never get better. Like, how many people you see, Raphael, that's like out and about, and we just be driving, or we just out here traveling, or you might be walking somewhere, or coming, or at the market, just whatever you at, and you seeing the buggies, and you seeing the person, you're like, man, this person is big as a house. Like, and you at a light or train station, a bus, wherever you at, you just like, man, how did you even get that size? Like, how do you? And then you see them go in their bag and they pull out all this pack of cookies, and I'm like, damn. Like, you go to the soul food spot, and this person gotta lean in. They gotta lean in on the counter because they so heavy. Like, they gotta lean. They trying to decide how much is it again. All right, yeah. They repeating the order back. They like, nah. I said 2 slices of caramel cake, the fried wing dings with the candy yams, and extra macaroni and cheese. I'm like, damn, is this somebody in a car? Like, is it, they ain't separating, that's just one? Like, Jesus Christ. And I'm looking like, that's sad. You shouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? You should be in Whole Foods shopping and doing something like that. Like, and I could tell those type of people, that's what they doing on the regular. I'm like, Who else you ordering for? Like, nah, that's for you. Walking slow. Have a good day. All right, you too, man. Or you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, speak or whatever. I'm like, man, that's sad though. Like, probably cool people, but man, that's all that weight on their knees, all that weight on their back. Man, I saw a male person coming there one time. I'm like, yeah, shit, you probably be way worse than you are if you wasn't a male person, because you know male people, they do a lot of walking up and down the block, up and down the block. That's a lot of exercise, a lot of cardio. You know what I'm saying? And this person was still big. Like, yeah, they gotta get to it. Otherwise, it's gonna be way worse than what it is. But yeah, you know, just being more focused for the, you know, for what's to come. You know what I'm saying? And stand on top of our game, and you know what I'm saying, so we can take care of our families better, take more trips, be more focused. You know what I'm saying? Get our credit even higher. You know what I'm saying? Buy that rental property if that's what we've been wanting. But a lot of this stuff is new to a lot of people, and some of it ain't. It just fear that's holding them back. I tell people, eventually you're gonna have to take that stand. Eventually you're gonna have to take that jump, because most of us got it in us. We just don't know we got it in us because we never jumped out there. You won't know until you take that chance. I'm always willing to take a chance, but the reason why I'm willing to take that chance is from what I said earlier. I do my homework. I come up with a plan. You come up with a plan that's good enough, it take a lot of risk away, because you didn't pretty much looked into this area of it. You done looked into that area of it. You done looked into this area of it. You done looked into that area of it. So all the different areas that can make you fail or regret it, you done pretty much secured yourself in that area. And that's what I call having a plan that's gonna do what it's gonna do. So even if something was to happen and you didn't, you know, succeed like you want to, I bet you won't be too mad at yourself, knowing, okay, I'm glad I ain't do this. I'm glad because I was thinking about doing it that way, but I'm glad. Yeah, you just gotta lock and load. Gotta lock and load. And the reason why I be on this stuff so much on Raphael too, man, is because you gotta think. Here right now, like I said, our weather is usually the same. It ain't bad here. I mean, winter is just starting. January and February is the worst month. But what I'm saying is, you saw how, I don't know if it was nice as hell there in Ohio, because it was nice yesterday. Here in Detroit, it was nice the other day. Today ain't bad. It was just raining. A few jackets on, but it's just real wet today. And the temperatures look like they're supposed to be dropping, you know, going into the new year. But cool. As long as it ain't, the roads ain't bad, I can deal with whatever else. But before you know it, it's gonna be spring. That's why I be on this the way you can't just, we can't just go and go and go. Next, you know, a week passed, 2 week passed, we still ain't got to it. I'm telling you, before you know it, spring, it's a whole nother year. Next, you know, fall, and then winter all over again. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Ain't even put no effort into, because I be hard on myself, man. I'm telling you, like, I literally get to it. It's worth it. It be a lot of tension. I don't want to call it stress, but it's tension, as if I got a foot on my, or a monkey on my back, and somebody in my ear like, nah, you still got to do it. Nah, don't nobody care about you being tired. Nah, you still got to. Nah, do you know who you are? Nah, you got to. Do you know what's inside of you? Nah, do you know what you're capable of? You've done it before. Like, all that self-talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you know it, man, the weather going to be break. Now, it's going to be raining just like this, but it's going to be a different season. Just like we already pretty much enter into winter. It's gonna be, you know, it's like this when we coming out of winter into spring. It rain a lot. You know what I'm saying? So people gonna be looking stupid, like you in the same position. I don't want to be in the same position next spring as I was this spring. I don't want to be in the same position I was in next winter I was in this winter. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be in a different position, man. Life is still life, and even though we be thinking we got time to do this and do that, it's still life. It's still life. You know, the world is still moving. And that's why I tell people, don't nobody care but you. That's a reality check. Nobody cares but you like you. Nobody. Only time somebody caring outside of you, the way you gonna be caring about you, is if you ain't caring about yourself. There's nobody out here that's gonna be caring about me more than me. I don't care who it is. Especially as a grown man. Come on now. Ain't nobody thinking about me the way I'm thinking about me, what I need to be doing tomorrow. Somebody else thinking about what I need to be doing tomorrow, what I really need to be doing instead of procrastinating with. I'm thinking about it, somebody else thinking about it just as much or more. Nah, they don't know what I'm thinking. Even if it's my significant other, they don't really know what I'm thinking all the damn time. They don't know. They know enough because we conversate. They might feel the energy and when I'm coming in and what we kicking it about, but they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't want to be telling them every damn thing. Now as a man, now you tripping. Now you complaining. You only can say so much as a man if you don't have no actions put behind it. Cause outside of that, you just complaining. All he do is complain. Complain. If I'm complaining, I'm gonna have some actions behind it at least. Otherwise, as a man, it don't make sense. Don't nobody care. I remember Damon John, the owner of Fubu. He and it's what's I ain't gonna say it's crazy, but what's amazing is Fubu still selling, but he got his stuff online. But he started selling his hats or scarves. What are you selling? Hats or either ties outside the city county building or whatever. He's from New York or whatever. Turned Fubu into a big brand and all this type of stuff. Was on Shark Tank. Maybe he still be on there. I don't know if Shark Tank still come on. But anyway, he made a quote one time. He was like, ain't no sense of complaining because 80% of the people don't care and the other 20% happy that you're going through it. If that ain't the truth, what is? Ain't no sense of complaining because 80% of the people happy that you going through it. No, 80% of the people don't care about you complaining because 80% don't care about you going through it and the other 20 is happy that you going through it. Ain't that something? Yeah, that's what he said. He said ain't no sense of complaining. So I'm like, dang, which I already knew. You know what I'm saying? He right. Ain't no sense of complaining because 80% of the people don't care that you going through it and the other 20% is happy that you going through it. So you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. It's getting harder out here for everybody, but it's mainly getting harder out here for the people who don't have a plan. We don't have a plan, life sucks. You wake up and you do the same thing over and over again. You know what I'm saying? This is reality check. People need to hear this. People need to see this. People need to watch this. People need to talk about this. It's like, what am I really doing? Then 10 years go by, 10 days go by. Let me double back on it. 10 days go by. You like, man, what you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Nothing. Where you going? Nowhere. You're like, hold on. Wait a minute now. My life should have more of a story to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I should have some story times too. Just life ain't gonna have no stories if you ain't got no experience because you ain't getting to it. I see this guy got his happy walk with his happy pizza. Yep, minding his own business, which is cool. It didn't stop raining. Well, it's doing a little sprinkle because I see people wipers, but it looked like it kind of stop. But he walking. He probably, because it's Sunday, yeah, he probably stay in one of those because I'm like downtown area right now. He probably stay in one of those condos or one of those apartments, lofts or whatever. Yeah, he got the happy dance going, watching out for the puddles and everything. One hand holding the piece and the other hand in his pocket. Minding his own business. That's all that matters, y'all. Yep. So, but yeah, like I say, locking and loading for 2025. I'm on super beast mode. I'm talking about, I'm bringing the best of the best out of me. Any changes that I need to make to anything, I'm doing it. I won't lose. I got a non-losing type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? I've had it pretty much all my life. You know what I'm saying? I started making my own money, doing this, grinding, shoveling snow till my feet was frostbitten. You know what I'm saying? Hustle, grinding. You know, just doing what I'm doing. But I just refuse to lose. And I think everybody needs to be thinking like that and take on accountability for your actions and the actions that you not taking. And if a person won't change and they really want to see what life got to offer, yeah, they'll do this one thing, and that's put in work. We got to really put in work to get it done. But the real good thing about putting that work, once we get that momentum going, we start attracting the work that we put in. It's like nature congratulating us or celebrating our small wins or our hard work. Even though we making progress, it might not feel like it. It's like the Most High looking out like, you know what? Here you go. Shut up. I told you it was gonna be all right. You always look out for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I look at even if I'm going through stuff. Like I'm always keeping my feet moving. I'm always keeping my mind. I'm always keeping an open mind. I'm always changing stuff, paying attention, willing to grow. I know this stuff will always work out right, but that's because I'm not taking the fact that, okay, I'm stagnant. No, I'm not. No, if I even start feeling like that, I just move my feet more. Whenever you feel like you stagnant and you ain't going nowhere, just move your feet more, and you'll be in a different place. Just move your feet more, and you'll be in a different place in life. Yep. But yeah, so like I always tell y'all, anytime we come on here, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna talk about what we need to be talking about out here as people in general, men and women. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure our value system is up, and we gotta make sure whatever we're around, our circle, family, friends, or loved ones, we gotta make sure that these is the people that's definitely down to support us, even if we fall off. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all coming on live. Everybody that tuned in, make sure y'all like this, comment, share, whatever. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, and I appreciate everybody. We going into a new year. Y'all will see me again before the new year. I promise y'all. See y'all on the next one.